So on page 11, we're talking about a landfill. This is my people who are in apes who went to the landfill. Okay, so we have got 1,400 tons of waste.
That's a lot of waste.
W is the total amount of waste stored at the landfill. That's sad. DWDT. So DWDT is referring to an amount or a rate? A rate. The rate that
That's not even that many tons.
No, I agree. It's only
reality,
2,800 pounds.
5,000.
Yeah,
Like every day, not every day, but like.
I believe it.
Crazy like that.
Yeah.
Actually, it is.
I
Thing though, a lot of waste is very light.
Wait, how many pounds is it?
Okay, so you guys, this
They
is
make mountains and then they bury it. And then
Oh, I've
soil
heard
and
of brain.
Oh.
so first we got to write an equation of a tangent line when t is 0. We can do this. This goes back to what we did in September. This is good old y minus y equals slope x minus x. But in this case, do you agree it'd actually be w minus w equals slope t minus t? Because they're saying instead of y's and x's, we got w's and t's. AP does need us to use the right variables, which is annoying if you ask me. We got to write the equation of the tangent line. T is 0. Does anyone know what my w would be when t is 0? If t is 0 is says it's measured in years from 2010. What would be my w then in 2010? Wouldn't it be that 1,400, right? So what helps me sometimes is I'm like, all right, we got t and w. Those are going to be my x and my y. And then in this case, it's 0, 1,400. That just kind of helps me write down points personally. So we have w minus 1,400. You okay with that? What would be my slope at that point? How would I figure that out? Plug it in. I'm going to plug that in right there. What am I going to plug in where? Like, what's going to go in for dub? Yeah. Do you want to write 1,400 minus 300, which you can, or do we want to write 1,100? I don't care. 1,100? Okay. You down with saying 1/25 times 1,100? Because we wouldn't have a calculator for that one. And then times t minus 0. So could we just write t? Yeah, you could. Or you could write t minus 0, whichever fits your fancy, I'm fine with. You guys, that's a point. Or that's the equation of the tangent line. Then we need to approximate when t is a fourth. We got this. What's that final answer going to look like? W equals times, what's my t? You times my 1/4. And then I'm going to do what with my 1,400? Add it on over. Done. That's 2 points on the AP test. 1 and 2. We love those points. This next one is 6 points. The next one is 6 points. Whoa. Here we go. Find the particular solution W that has this derivative. Do you agree if we're going from a derivative to a W when I have to integrate? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But before I can integrate, we got to separate those variables. Separate those variables. What's that going to look like? 1 over. Yes. W minus 300. Keep my W's on that side, so I'd say DW. Hashtag Arthur. What's left on the right side? Perfect, Steph. This next step is worth 2 points. This is just dw dt, so we need to integrate that to get w. The integral on the left, you guys, we did one of these yesterday. Act like it's 1 over w. What would that integral be? ln. Don't let that minus 300 scare us. Exactly, abs. We have ln, absolute value, w minus 300. And you might be like, wow, why do I get to put all that in there? Miss Neipel's going to continue this with you guys on Monday. But when we know 1 over w would be ln of w, the integral of that. The minus 300 isn't going to change anything because this derivative has to get me what I started with. The derivative of ln of anything is the ln of anything times the derivative of the inside. The derivative of w, just like it'd be an x or anything, would just be 1. 1 minus a derivative of 300 is 0. So the derivative of this inner is 1, so it's not going to change anything. So we're okay with this antiderivative. I know that this is new to us, so you're not expected to do this on your own yet, but just wanted to show you. Whose derivative is 1/25th with respect to t? 1/25th t plus? Very good. At this point, you could solve for w or plug in the point. I find that we make the least amount of mistakes when we plug in the point. So what am I putting where? You down with my 1400 being my w and my 0 being my t? So what would you say my ln is? ln of? Could I just say 1100 and take the bars off because the absolute value of 1100 is 1100? At this point, we just go plug that in. Woo! We're going to plug that in for our constant. We're going to go plug it in. We're going to say ln w minus 300 is 1/25th t plus ln of 1100. How are we going to get my w out of that ln bar? We're just going to E it. Boom. Boom. These cancel out. We can just drop the bars at this point, you guys. We got w minus 300 is e to all that stuff. E to the 1/25th t plus my 1100 ln of 1100. My bad. Get w by itself and we're done. What do we need to do to get w by itself? Yeah, you guys, we could say 1/25th t, e to the 1/25th t plus my ln of 1100. Outside my exponent, I'll say plus 300. You could write it that way. How else could you write it?
Since e to the ln of 1100, so you just do 1100 plus 300. So
Not quite. That 1100 would become my coefficient. Be my coefficient. So it could be
1100 e to the 1/25th t plus 300.
exactly. These are both accurate. AP would probably write their multiple choice answer like this. And here's where that came from, you guys. E and ln cancel out. That 1100 whoop, became my coefficient. These are equivalent. If this is free response and you end at black, perfect. If I was a student, I'd end at black right here. But if you end at pink too, you're all good. Okay, you guys, this one, do you think we're going to need a calculator?
Yes.
Yeah, look at those answers. We're going to need a calculator. You guys, they gave us this. They said, what is the value of f of negative 2? Well, if they gave us a derivative and they want f, what do we need to do? Integrate, right? We can't integrate till we separate our variables, people. We got this. Separate those variables. What would we get? Yeah, e to the y dy equals. Nice. And I put my -1 up in the exponent, and that is not right. You guys, this is going to be another, well, if this was multiple choice, I'm sorry, free response, 2 points, because these integrals are funky. You've never taken this integral before, but you got this like nothing. Whose derivative is e to the y? We love e, love that. So it's going to be e to the y. Whose derivative is e to the x? E to the x. Whose derivative is -1? Negative x, you got it, plus? Beautiful. My c. You guys, they gave us a point to plug in. What am I going to plug in for what?
1 is x and 0 is y.
You got it. 0 is y, 1 is x, he said. What would we say my constant is then? What's e to the 0? 1. E to the 1 is just e. So what do we want to say my constant is? 2. Oh, it is minus e. I said plus e. Girl, you right. 2 minus e is my constant. And that's okay. We're going to take that 2 minus e and we're going to go like this. Whoop. And you're going to be like, dude, this is horrendous. I agree. We got e to the y. Excuse me. Equals e to the x minus x plus my constant, which Miss Age said is 2 minus e. You guys, they want y. How am I going to get my y out of that exponent? ln it. Very good. So ln, when we ln this, the ln isn't like we do with the e to the power of. E and my ln cancel out. My y does come down, but I just need to remind you, this would make ln of e to the x minus x plus 2 minus e. Just to help you remember, because we haven't seen that since Algebra 2 and a little bit of pre-calc.
Can we pull the e of x out and just have x outside of it?
We cannot, because this guy doesn't have an e to the x. None of these have an e to the x with them. Yeah. You guys, now that's my function. They're curious, hey, what's my function when what is negative 2? What variable is this? X, f of x. I love it. Guys, we're going to go plug in a negative 2 right here and right here. And we're going to just do that on our home screen. You could do it on the graph if you want, but I would just do that on my home screen. And I'd say ln of e to the, e is the second ln button. My x we're going to say is negative 2 minus negative 2 plus 2 minus e. Y'all get a little 0.349? Good job. Good job. This one says, hey, 2018, this is from the 2018 test. Find the particular solution that has that derivative. First thing we've got to do, separate those variables. How am I moving y minus 2 squared over?
1 over.
1 over, right? Exactly. I love that you didn't say dy dx over. You're saying 1 over, Steffi, y minus 2 squared dy equals 1/3 x dx. Anyone agree with that? Okay. This left side is ugly. We can't take an integral of this unless I wrote it like a power rule. How could I write that like a power rule? That's the same as y minus 2 to the negative second. Can I take an integral of that? And you might be like, no, we've never done this, and you're right. But what's the derivative of my inner here? 1. So when the derivative of the inner is 1, we don't have to do u sub or anything. When we've done u sub with these before, it's because my inner would have been like a 2y minus 2, and the derivative of the inner wasn't 1. When the derivative of the inner is 1, we can just add 1 to my exponent and divide by my new exponent. So let's do that. We're going to take integral, integral. Antiderivative of y minus 2 to the negative 2. Add 1 to that exponent. We're going to get y minus 2 to the negative 1 divided by negative 1. Could I do that like this instead?
Yeah.
Dividing by negative 1 is the same as multiplying by negative 1, right? Okay, great. Let's go to that right side. Integral of 1/3 x would become 1/3 x to the blank over blank. Beautiful. Plus some constant. How many people are like, oh, I wrote my integral at a different spot, and I just took this as 1/3 x to the second over 6. That's fine too. That's what we would get here in this when we multiply straight across. So let's go rewrite this guy now. Where am I going to move that since I got a negative exponent? Back down. That negative's chilling on top. Negative 1 over y minus 2 to the first. I could even get rid of my parentheses because I just have y minus 2 to the first. That's nice. Equals, when I simplify this guy again, when we multiply those together, wouldn't that just be an x squared over a 6 plus a c? Let's plug it in, plug it in. Let's go get my constant. What's my y? 0. My x is 1. So would we have 1/2 equals 1/6? My constant you could write is 1/2 minus 1/6. If you don't want to do that, you could totally just leave it there. Or we think 3/6 minus 1/6 is 2/6, 1/3. So we could say 1/3 is my constant, or you guys, you are welcome to say 1/2 minus 1/6. We're going to go plug in my constant, and we're going to plug that in right there. Boop. No, I'm not going to plug it in there. I'm going to plug it in here. Boop. Because that already had the y with a positive exponent. So we've got negative 1 over y minus 2 is x squared over 6 plus 1/3. Guys, our answer is going to be hideous. It's going to be very ugly. And who cares? Because it is free response. We don't care. How can we start getting y by itself? Where is it right now? Get it out. How are we going to get it out? Y minus 2. Do I want to distribute that to the right side? I don't, because my goal is to get y by itself, so I don't want to put it with multiple things. I want to keep just one y. because my y's over here are canceling. And I'm left with negative 1 is x squared over 6 plus a third times my y minus 2. Answer's going to be ugly and we don't care. We do not discriminate.
Would be then divide by that.
We're going to divide by that x squared. It's so good, Elliot.
Wait, wouldn't it be,
And then add 2 to that.
Am I going to test you on this? No. Is Ms. Neipel going to test you on this? No. So here we go. Last one, and then I'm going to be out of your face. Here's dy dx, and they want to know which one is the function. To go from a derivative of a function, I got to integrate. But before we do that, we got to separate variables, right? What would my dy equal here? Because I don't have any y's on the right to move over. No. Yeah, we would need to integrate this. We do not know what the integral of this is. And here's why it's not just e to the x squared. What's the derivative of my exponent?
Is it not 2x?
It is 2x, but because it's not just 1, I would need to do like u sub on this. Okay? When the derivative of my inner is just 1, I could do it without u sub. But it's a 2x, right? Ugh. You guys, there's nothing that we know how to take this integral yet. So we could do the left side. What's the integral of 1 with respect to y? Y. So I'm just going to say y is this integral of e to the x squared dx. And again, am I going to test you on this? No. Is this going to be on the AP test? I'd say no. But I just want to show you. Do you see how these 3 answers have an integral in them? So they're leaving it like that because they're like, I know you don't know how to take that integral. And you're like, okay. Here's what we have to take into account. This is funky. This step is weird. If you don't get it, you're still going to do fine on the AP test. I just want to show you. When x is 0, I have to get 2. When x is 0, I have to get 2. Let's go look over here. If x was 0, which one of these would I get a value of 2? And you're like, I don't know. There's a lot going on. But does anyone remember the rule? If x was 0,
it's up and that's lower.
if I wanted a derivative, you're right, but they don't want the derivative of this. They just have an integral. That's a good call. What happens when these bounds match?
0.
It's 0, right? Because this means what's the area from 0 to 0, and you're like, oh, there's nothing there. So if x was 0, what would this whole thing equal? 2. That's why the answer is going to be D. Let me back this up. Let me show you why that one more time. Again, are you expected to get this after that explanation? No. But if one person would be like, okay, I kind of see it. I feel like I've done my job. So they're saying that when x is 0, I have to get 2. So you'd say, all right, I got to have some value of 2. And when my x is 0, I'm going to say, all right, we're going to start at that x value. And we're going to go ahead and say to any x value. And the x value here happens to be 0. So when I plug that x value in, I would get 0 plus 2 is 2. Just wanted to show you. I don't think this will be on the AP test, but just wanted to expose it to you.